Hi everybody, welcome back. I've got my August empties today, so I'll be talking you through all of the beauty related items that I finished off in the month of August. And I have finished off loads of products this month. I usually finish off around about a dozen, but this month I have finished off 18 items, which is crazy. I've got them all laid out here in front of me on the bed. I've got 2 hair care items, 3 makeup products, 3 body products, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 skincare items. And I'm quite surprised that I have finished off 10 skincare items, considering that I've been slowly starting to reintroduce some products after my allergic reaction. So 10 skincare items that I've used up in August is quite a lot. And I'm also aware that 18 items are going to be a lot to talk about. So I'm just going to dive straight into things and get talking, because otherwise this video will be super long. Okay, let's get started and let's kick things off with hair care items. First off, Living Proof Dry Shampoo. This is the 198ml. Never really understood why this is 198 and not 200ml, but anyway, Living Proof Dry Shampoo. I used to alternate between this and the Batiste Dry Shampoo. I found that both worked on a fairly similar level. I couldn't really tell much of a difference between the two. However, I have heard that paying a little bit more for a dry shampoo is better and kinder to your hair. So I'm trying to stick with Living Proof at the moment. However, this is about £20 and it lasts me a month. So that's a lot of money to be spending on a regular basis. However, it is a really good dry shampoo. It doesn't leave a white cast, doesn't really dry out your hair, gives a little bit of volume as well. Really good dry shampoo, but I try to get this when there's at least 20% off, because £16 is a lot more reasonable. However, that is still quite a lot of money. What I am doing at the moment though is that I've got some baby powder that I'm sprinkling on my roots as a dry shampoo. So I'm not going to be buying any more dry shampoos until that baby powder has been used up. And that baby powder is a fraction of the cost of the dry shampoo. But once I have used the baby powder up, I will highly likely be repurchasing this one. Next item is a hair growth oil, and it's the Mielle, I'm going to call it Mielle Rosemary Mint Scalp and Hair Strengthening Oil. And I recently, I suppose a few months ago, stumbled across the hair care side of TikTok. And you might have recalled me mentioning a couple of times in previous videos that I'm not really that bothered about hair. As you can tell, I don't do a lot to my hair. This is my hair naturally. I've just brushed it. Could do with a bit of a straighten, but I don't really do a lot to my hair at all. And I really want to start growing my hair and getting it long. And I'm getting there. I'm past my collarbone now. My hair takes ages to grow. And I came across hair growth videos on TikTok, and lots of users rave about this oil. It has a pipette, and what you do before you shampoo your hair is that you part it in about 4 sections and squeeze a few drops into the parted hairline, massage it in and leave it for about 3 hours, and then go and wash it off, but make sure you double shampoo. And rosemary is meant to be really good at promoting hair growth. How it does it, I don't know, but I have noticed a difference. And I have, I suppose here on either side, a little bit of thinning, and since using that oil I have noticed that I've had some baby hairs grow back, which is really encouraging. However, my usage of this is quite inconsistent. I can be really on it and use it before every single shampoo, or I'll go a couple of weeks without using it. And since using this bottle up, which was at the beginning of the month, I haven't gotten around to using my new bottle, which I think you can kind of see. Is that it? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. So I have replaced it because I do think it's good. I have noticed some new hairs growing back, but consistency is key with this product. Use it every time that you shampoo your hair, unless you wash your hair every single day. But I tend to wash my hair every 3 days, so that's about twice a week that I use this. And it retails for about £15, so it's not too expensive. Next up is a primer, my all-time favourite primer, and it's the Bobbi Brown Face Base Primer. I've washed it out, but I can still smell it. Smells quite heavily of essential oils, which I personally really like, but if you don't like fragrance, and in particular essential oils, you probably wouldn't get on with this. This provides a really hydrating base for your makeup to go on over the top, and I never used to think that primers did anything, but after trying this, my makeup over the top just blends in so beautifully. You don't sort of notice any makeup, any foundation settling in your pores or separating. Everything just glides on beautifully and it stays put as well. And I have repurchased this in the past. This is probably like my third tub of this. I really could do with buying the bigger size version. I tend to, for some reason, just stick to the 15 mils, and I think it's because it's a lot cheaper than the 45 mil pot, I think, but price per mil, it's probably not the cheapest option. And I just love this product. I will continue to repurchase this. However, I do want to try Primark's version and see how that compares. And I am out of primers now. I don't have any in my collection, so I really could do with picking up a new one of these. Next, I used up a little foundation mini. This is a free mini I claimed from Instagram. There was a post I saw from a makeup artist, can't remember who, and so I claimed the little sample, and it's the little Luminous Silk foundation by Giorgio Armani. I've got mine in the shade 4.25, which I feel is a really good match for me, and I loved this foundation. I thought this was beautiful. This blended in so quickly and so easily as well. This is a really good foundation if you're in a rush, because it didn't take long at all with either a brush or a damp sponge to just quickly blend it all in and you're done. Provides a really good medium level of coverage, I would say, but it is a nice radiant foundation. It is, like the name suggests, luminous. It does provide a little bit of a healthy glow. Nothing too heavily dewy though, and nothing too matte. Really nice, beautiful finish of this foundation. Would definitely repurchase this. And it's really nice to try out products that are on your wish list in sample sizes as well. And this little 5ml tube, I think this took me probably 3 weeks, a month worth of usage. So I definitely got my use out of this free little sample. So if it took me 3-4 weeks to use up a little sample like this, just imagine how long it's going to take me to use up the full size, which is good because I don't think that this is a particularly cheap foundation, so it seems like I am definitely going to get my money's worth out of it. Next, a mascara, Rare Beauty mascara. This is in a mini, and this was in the mini set from Space NK. So you get the mini mascara, a liquid lip, which I've decluttered because I didn't like it, a mini blusher and mini highlighter. This mascara makes my lashes look really nice. However, it's black. I like a brown mascara. I've got a brown on today and I find it much more flattering. It's much more softer than a black mascara, and this isn't tubing. So this actually did smudge after a few hours of having it on, and I very much prefer to stick to tubing mascaras, and this one as well is tubing. This is the Clinique one. So I liked how this looked, but I didn't like the longevity or the colour of it. But because it is a small size, because it is that mini size, it is a good way to try out products without committing to a full size. And the brush as well is quite thick. I do like a thick, chunky mascara brush like this. But sadly, this isn't a mascara that I would repurchase just because it's black and just because it's not tubing and it smudges. However, liked how it made my lashes look. Okay, whizzing through these. Next we have body care products. First up is a Project Pan item. This is the Baylis and Harding Mulberry Fizz hand and body lotion. I got this for Christmas last year, I think, with a set with a soap, hand soap. Really nice body lotion. It smells lovely. It does have that winter berry scent though, so probably not the best scent for the summer months that we've got going on in the UK at the moment. But nonetheless, a really nice scent. Nothing too overpowering or heady or really strong. It's very subtle. This does take a little bit of time to massage into your body though. It is one of those body lotions where you just end up rubbing in like white streaks into your skin. But once it has sunk in, it sinks in really nicely. It's not slippy or slimy or greasy. It does absorb into your skin really nicely. Makes your skin feel very hydrated afterwards. So I would be interested in trying some more from the brand, but I don't think they would be my first choice because they do take a little bit of time to sort of blend in to the body. But they are really nice Christmas gifts as well. It's nice that you can get the lotion and the hand soap together. Next up, another Project Pan item. This is the Boots Moisturising Foot Cream, Coconut and Shea. I've cut it open and scooped out all the rest, and I do that with any tubes like this because you'll be amazed at how much product is left when you cut open a tube. Great foot cream. I think it's maybe about £4 or £5. I personally don't feel the need to spend loads of money on a foot cream. Boots' own brand does the job really well. Really hydrating, quite a thick moisturiser, and you want that in a foot cream. You want it to be quite thick. Feels quite luxurious. The scent is really nice as well. Coconut. I love coconut scents in body products. It's probably one of my favourite scents to have in body products. And I've been really enjoying taking some time of an evening when I've got Netflix on to just spend 5-10 minutes. I can be quite leisurely with that, rubbing a foot cream into my feet, and the difference in the condition of my skin, so much softer. And now that we're going to start going into the autumn months, I think it's a good idea to continue with a foot cream. And I have bought a new one. I haven't replaced it with the exact product. I can't remember the brand, but it's more like a greasy balm. Very nice as well. And I think this item in particular, this exact product, is one that I've repurchased again. I think this is my second tube of this one. So if you're after a really good quality foot cream but you don't want to spend loads of money, honestly, get down to Boots. This one, 4 or 5 quid, I think it is. You'll be set. Next, I've got a little hand cream, and this was part of a set I got for Christmas last year or the year before. I tend to get sets of mini hand creams because they're just so handy, pardon the pun. You can put one on your coffee table, by your bedside cabinet, put one in your handbag. It's nice to have a few dotted about, so no matter where you are, you have a hand cream to hand. Again, pardon the pun, oh my goodness. These ones are 30ml. They're by the brand Spa Luxetique that I haven't heard of before. I think they're off Amazon, but it's a decent enough hand cream. However, I have noticed a little bit of not a dry texture in that I've got dry skin afterwards, but that my hands don't feel as silky smooth as they could be. I've recently bought a Garnier hand cream. It's in the red tube. I think it's something like Intensive Dry Repair or something. That's a few quid, and that hand cream is brilliant. Is this one? Garnier Hand Repair Intensive Restoring Hand Cream, and it's 100ml, 3 or 4 quid I think it was. I picked it up in a food shop, and this one is really, really good. So although this brand from Amazon in a set with other different fragrances might possibly be a little bit more cost effective, even though the Garnier one is still a good deal, I wouldn't repurchase. I feel like the Garnier one is a lot more hydrating, and Garnier is kind of a brand I know as well. Scent of this one is in Rose, and I love Rose fragrance. Some people might think it's a little bit old womanly, a little bit like fuddy-duddy, but you've got to get the right rose scent, and this one is really, really nice. It's like an authentic rose rather than a real synthetic fake rose, and I think that's when people say that they don't like rose. I think it's when they're used to smelling the real fake rose. If you get a good quality source of rose in a hand cream or a body cream or whatever, it's just a really lovely, feminine, fresh scent. So love the fragrance of this one, but not that keen on the actual hand cream itself. And this is the last one that I've got of this now, so I'm done with these hand creams. Okay, this is where I really need to whiz through, and these are all of my skincare items, my, 10 skincare items that I need to talk through. So first up, cleanser. Elemis Gentle Foaming Facial Wash. Again, cut it open, scooped out every trace of this cleanser. I really love Elemis as a brand. For me, it's a brand I can trust. I've tried a load of products within the Elemis range. I've tried this facial wash a few times in the past before. Not my favourite out of the cleansers that Elemis do. My favourite is the sensitive one. It looks a little bit like, I don't know why this suddenly popped into my head, but like the colour of cider. So it's like that kind of orangey brown kind of colour. That is an excellent, excellent cleanser. But this one is also really good. I think I said this in my skincare saviours video, but I don't know why this is called a foaming facial wash, because when you squeeze it out the tube, it's like a thick cream, and so you rub that into dry skin and then you add a little bit of water in, and it does foam a little bit. But when I read gentle foaming facial wash, I imagine a foam that's in like a pump, and you push it out and it's like a big foam. And that's not what you get with this. This instead just lathers up. but it still manages to remain really hydrating. And I used this whilst I had my allergic skin reaction and my skin tolerated it absolutely fine. Yeah, a little bit of a fragrance in there, but it's very soft, very gentle, nothing too overpowering. So hopefully it's not a fragrance that's going to upset some people, or a fragrance that people aren't going to particularly get on with. It's a very nourishing, subtle fragrance. And the tube is 150 ml. You don't need a lot of this, maybe slightly more than a pea size, maybe 2 pea size amount. Really easy to use, and I used it as both my morning cleanser and my evening cleanser. Like I said, I've used this a few times before and I would use it again. Okay, eye cream next. Lumene Nordic Hydra Hydrating Eye Gel. So like the name suggests, it's an eye gel. Very soothing, very cooling and refreshing, which has been particularly nice given the recent hot weather that we've had in the UK. It's been very nice to have something that's really cooling underneath your eyes. Very hydrating as well, and a little goes a long way. I got on with this really well. Can't say I saw loads of results with the eye cream, but with my eyes, the only results I'm interested in is a reduction in dark circles, and this product doesn't claim to do that, so I wasn't expecting those results. And to be honest, even if an eye cream did claim to tackle dark circles, I wouldn't expect it to work as well, because I only feel like either fillers or makeup is going to tackle dark circles. But a nice enough eye cream, and I would definitely repurchase it in the future. However, at the moment I'm not using any eye cream, and I'm just using whatever moisturiser I'm using underneath the eyes, but only a very small amount, and I'm being careful with it. Okay, I'm trying to section off these skincare items into their different categories. So we've got hydrating serums next. Classic hyaluronic acid serum, but the first time I've used it. Vichy Mineral 89 serum. I got this at 25% off from Boots, which made it a lot more reasonable because it is a little bit pricey, I think. Nice pump bottle. 1 to 2 pumps is all that you need, and I really liked this. This was so hydrating, really nice, non-sticky, non-tacky texture. I did recently, prior to this, use up the, what is this? This is Vichy, it's not Vichy, the La Roche-Posay Hyaluronic Acid Serum. Is it B5? Not sure. That one was really sticky, and that one and this one are 2 of the most highly suggested hyaluronic acid serums to try, and I much prefer this Vichy one. I got on with the texture so much better, and I actually found it to be more hydrating than the La Roche-Posay one. And this is the 50ml bottle. I think you can get this in 75ml. I know you can get it in 2 different sizes, but I can't remember if it's 50 and 75 or 50 and 100. I'm not sure, but I would definitely repurchase this, and I would repurchase it in the bigger size because I think it's brilliant. Used it in the morning, used it in the evening, sandwiched it in between a hydrating face mist if necessary. Really like this, and I think this would stack up really well in the autumn and winter as well. Okay, next 2 products are these little Elizabeth Arden serum capsules. The first one is the hyaluronic acid ceramide capsules Hydra Plumping Serum. I can't show you what the product looks like because they're little capsules that you twist the cap off, squeeze it into your hand, and you've got a correctly portioned amount of serum for your face and your neck. The hyaluronic acid ceramide capsules are quite thick in texture, very silky, really quite hydrating, and I got these in a set of 3 along with the retinol ones, which I have about 4 left, so I expect to see these in next month's empties. So you get 7 per tube, so a decent amount to try them and see if your skin likes them or not, but not long enough to really sort of see long-term results with. And then the other one I got was the Advanced Ceramide Capsules Daily Youth, and these were like an oil. So whereas the other ones were like a thicker serum, the advanced ones were a runnier oil. Both very hydrating. Couldn't really tell much of a difference between the 2. Not sure if the advanced ones are targeted more towards slightly older users, but both very nice. Don't know if I would really repurchase them though, because these are very expensive. That's why I got them in the set of 3, and again, like with most things I purchase, I had a good discount off on them. I do like little serum capsules like these though. There's just something really fancy and really elegant about using a little capsule that you twist the lid off. However, there is the issue of sort of packaging with them. I think the Elemis Skin Bliss capsules are biodegradable. Not too sure about these. If you know, please let me know. But putting that to one side, like I say, I do feel slightly elegant and slightly more refined when I use little capsules like this. So it makes doing your skincare a little bit more of a treat. Right, 5 products left. Not too much longer to go. Next up, 2 moisturisers. Firstly, Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Cream. I got this on the cruise. There was an Elemis spa there. Picked up a couple of items. This is in the 50ml tub. Very expensive moisturiser, however it is lovely. Pro Collagen doesn't contain collagen but helps to support collagen growth. So if you're over 30s like I am, Elemis suggests that you use the Pro Collagen range. Really nice, thick but fluid, that sounds weird, thick but fluid moisturiser. So it holds its texture but it also does feel quite wet. You know, like the CeraVe moisturiser, if you've ever used that, that feels quite wet. The scent is lovely. I've used this moisturiser so many times in the past and the scent to me is quite nostalgic. It's a really beautiful fresh fragrance. Sinks into the skin really well. You can take some time to sort of massage it into your skin if you want to. Really hydrating, and I've used this year round. I've recently used it up, so therefore I've used it in the summer. I've also used it in the winter, so it can deal with different temperatures and keeps your face really hydrated. Would definitely use it again. I know my skin gets on with it, it tolerates it. It's a really nice moisturiser to use. It's a nice experience. However, and I think I said this in last month's Empties, get your Elemis from QVC. The Today Special Values or any of the sets of Elemis products that you can get from QVC are much more cost effective than buying them individually like this. Next moisturiser I used up, again cut it open, La Roche-Posay Soothing Repairing Balm B5. I raved about this in my skincare saviours video. An excellent product. I've even bought one already. The replacement is in my bathroom cabinet. I love it that much, I can't be without it. And I used this after I had my skin reaction. I wanted a really soothing, repairing moisturiser that is going to help my skin calm down. It's going to be a barrier to any further irritants, and it's going to help deal with dryness as well. And this product just fit the bill. It worked perfectly. It helped to calm my skin down, but I also continued to use it as my moisturiser after my skin had healed because my skin tolerated it so well and I didn't want to stop using it, start using a different moisturiser and to potentially affect my skin barrier again. So I stuck with it, used it up until completion, and I use this both as my morning and my evening moisturiser. You can also use it over the top of your existing moisturiser, which is what I've done in the past before, especially if I've noticed some dryness like here or around my mouth area. If I get a little bit tight in those areas, popping a little bit of this on just eliminates the tightness straight away. You get an immediate effect. And you can also use this to target blemishes as well. So if you have any breakouts, dotting it onto your breakouts is really good at reducing them as well. And it's just a fantastic product. Like I say, I won't be without it, and that's why I bought another one. If you haven't tried it, honestly, go and give it a go. It's just incredible. Next, SPF Garnier Anti-Dark Spots and Anti-Pollution Super UV SPF50. I've used up a good few bottles of this. I bought this as a dupe for the La Roche-Posay and Helios because it's about half price. Very similar design. Give it a shake. Untwist the cap, you've got a squeezy nozzle, and then that's really handy to squeeze out over 2 fingers, and you know that that's enough for your face and your neck. A little bit more if you want to go down to your décolleté as well. This is less greasy, less shiny than the La Roche-Posay and Helios. Sinks in a lot better and a lot more quickly into my skin. My skin got on with this so well. Really enjoyed using this. If you find that using an SPF in the morning is a bit of a faff, you think, I haven't got the time, haven't got the patience to deal with a product that's going to make my skin look white, it's going to take ages to rub in, it's going to make my face look really shiny, go for this. This is a great option and really affordable as well. However, I know I've just recommended it. I won't be repurchasing this though, because it's not a mineral SPF. And if you have sensitive skin, if you have reactions to products, it's a good idea to go for a mineral SPF, and that is what I'm going to try to do moving forwards. If I can't find a reasonably priced mineral SPF, or if I can't find one that I get on with, then yeah, I'll head back to this one. But I'm going to try some mineral ones and see how I get on with them. But this one is brilliant. It's a real shame that this isn't mineral, because I would stick with this. This would be my SPF. Okay, last two products, both are masks, and both were in my project pan. I have a few project pan items in today's video. First one, Elemis Peptide 4 Plumping Pillow Facial. It smells lovely. I love the scent of the Peptide 4 range. Really weird one to describe, and I'm not gonna, because I suck at describing scents, but it smells lovely. You apply this like a moisturiser, so once you've done your evening skincare, pop a layer of this over the top, go to sleep, leave it on, and then you just wash your face in the morning like usual. And the Peptide 4 range is really good at refreshing your skin, revitalising it, making you look well rested. And I do notice the results with this mask. I do feel like this works. However, I wouldn't repurchase it because I'm just not really a mask person anymore. I used to be really religious with wearing masks. Once a week, twice a week, I'd be really on it. But I don't really feel like masks have much of a place within my skincare routine now. I prefer to look for serums or retinol to get the results that a mask claims to do. So a bit of an unnecessary step, an unnecessary product range as well within my routine. However, this product itself is really good. If you like masks, and if you do like a mask that you can just leave on and don't have to worry about washing off after 10-15 minutes, and you want to make yourself look more awake in the morning, this is a good one to go for. But for me, I'm not going to repurchase. And we've made it. Last item, another face mask, another project pan item, the Avene Redness Relief Soothing Mask. Cut it open, scraped it all out. This looks blue, this mask does. It's like a light blue colour. It's not a mask that's going to dry down on your skin though. It's a very hydrating wet mask. Apply it in a thick layer to cleanse skin. 10 minutes later, wash it off. And this is a really easy mask to wash off. I think it was the number 7 face mask that I had to use a face cloth to wash off. This one I don't. I could just use my hands, which is really good if your skin doesn't tolerate a lot of exfoliation. If you use a face cloth flannel to remove a mask and your skin is a little bit sensitive, it can get, you know, angry quite easily. You obviously don't want to be using a face cloth, and especially if you're using a mask to target redness, you again don't want to use a face cloth and aggravate it. So good that you can just use your hands to remove this. It feels very soothing, feels very refreshing but calming as well. There's no tingling, it's all just cool and hydrating. And I did notice as well that it does reduce redness. However, I didn't apply this when my face was really red and really angry, just in case it did aggravate it. So I can't say whether it's really good at reducing a lot of redness, but pinkness, definitely. But again, not really a product that I'm going to repurchase for the same reasons as I said for the Elemis one. I'm not a mask person, so I don't feel like this mask would have a place within my collection, but a good one to try. I liked the results, but I don't feel it necessary to repurchase. And we've made it. Those are the 18 items that I used up in August, so loads of items, a load of skincare, but good that I had some body care, makeup and hair care in there as well, so a nice variety of products. Please let me know if you've tried any of the items that I mentioned as well. Leave me a comment down below. Thanks for watching, hope you liked it, and I'll be back with my project pan soon. Thanks guys, bye.